Hey guys, what's going on? Chimdi here. Welcome to 2025. This is my first video this year, and it's a bit of a bittersweet one because what we'll be discussing is not fun. But I'm not just going to throw out all the threats out there, I'm also going to share ideas on how you can fix them and future-proof your design career. Let's go. Over the past several years, the tech industry landscape has changed quite a lot. Many things have happened. One of the most significant is AI, which is a big topic here that we're going to discuss. So where we're at right now requires that one is prepared to change at the pace that the industry is changing. The truth is, if you're not growing, you're dying already. So in this video, I'll go ahead to discuss several things we can do to keep our careers very relevant and future-proof over the next decade. So number one on my list of threats, artificial intelligence. Of course, we saw that coming, right? But it's not just AI the way you know it. The AI that is very popular right now is LLMs, large language models. And in the layest of lay terms, LLMs are software that have been trained with heavy amounts of data and have developed the ability to respond to queries with strings of text. Now, what that means is for a large language model, you can ask it questions about certain topics and it will give you a response. But the AI that we're going to see over the next few years, and it's probably here already, they are called agents. Now, let me show you what I mean. I have a little visual I put together to explain the difference between LLMs and agents. An LLM functions like this. So a human could ask an LLM, can you give me a list of content ideas for the Christmas season as a hairdresser? LLM goes ahead to respond to that query with 10 ideas for content. It gives you 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do curls, you can show people showing off their hairstyle, you can do a promo and advertise it, all of that, right? AI is actually very good at that. But what we haven't seen yet are agents. Now, this is how an agent works. So for agents, we actually go beyond, hey, can you give me a list of content ideas for Christmas season, to, hey, can you create 10 pieces of content for Christmas season for me? Now the agent goes ahead and says, sure, here is a workflow for how I'll get this done. So first, I'll create a list of content ideas. Second, I'll share with you for approval. Third, I'll place the approved ideas onto a calendar. Fourth, I'll go ahead and gather copyright-free images and videos for these videos. Number 5, I'll use this software to edit the videos. Yes, agents can use software. We're not prepared for that. 6, I'll share this with you for approval. 7, I'll go ahead to post these videos on selected accounts that you give me access to. So this is how agents work, basically. They just go through all these different stages. So they build a workflow first before they start executing or implementing whatever the task is that you've given them. What it means is an agent is basically another team member, and another team member can replace a human. Thankfully, the entire point of this video is to discuss ways to mitigate this, to not be among the people who are being gotten rid of. Threat number 2 is layoffs. And on a broader perspective, not just layoffs, but the reduction in human labor that is required to build products. Now, as a result of the advancement in AI technology, what we are going to see over time is that workforce, human labor, is going to significantly reduce. Companies that have laid off staff have been rewarded by their stock price. So it turns out investors are excited when companies are shedding weight because it means that is more money coming into the investors' pockets. So basically what this means is layoffs were not just a trend, it is something that will continue to happen, unfortunately. The third threat I want to discuss today is the broadening of technology to include other forms of interfaces and experiences. Some of the major ones are augmented reality and virtual reality. Now, what this means is interfaces that we're going to be interacting with into the future are not just going to be rectangular screens. It's going to move beyond that to interacting with our space and interacting in virtual environments. Also interacting with audio, which is already a thing. All of these come together to make up mixed reality. Okay, so now that we've discussed threats, let's go ahead and talk about some solutions because that's what we're here for, right? Number 1 solution is this: get closer to where the value is created. What I mean by that is this: if you work in a team that is building a particular product, that product makes money by being sold to customers. You need to understand deeply how your role ties into that process, that conversion process of the customer, of the end user paying for that product. So if you're the designer, understand what impact design has on that business and optimize it so you can increase the value you're delivering. And you know who a company can't fire? The person that makes them money. Very, very simple. The second thing, and this applies a lot to people who are just getting started in the design industry, don't be a junior. The landscape has changed a lot today. Right now, companies are not hiring juniors, unfortunately. Companies feel their money is best spent on people who have a lot more experience, so they don't have to take on the overhead of training and invest the time that's required as well. Position yourself in such a way that you're not going to be seen as the newbie that's just getting into the industry. You need to strategically contribute to products and projects that will make your portfolio look good and look like you've been around for a while. Still on not being a junior, the second thing you can do is this: partnerships. So you as a designer, go ahead and partner with an engineer. Both of you work on a project, put it out there. Let it be something cool that both of you can put on your portfolio so it's mutually beneficial. And that is another way I think you can strategically position yourself as someone who has had some experience in the industry. The third thing is this: learn new tech skills. We know this already, but it cannot be overemphasized. So now that we've talked about technology broadening to different areas, mixed reality, augmented reality, virtual reality, how do you future-proof your career? One of the ways I think you can go about future-proofing your career is learning skills that apply to these areas. For instance, 3D modeling. You can learn how to create 3D artifacts that can be used in AR or VR experiences. This is already a bump up for you as a designer. You can learn to use Unity, which is one of the more popular tools that are used to build AR and VR environments. Also, you can learn UX design for augmented reality and virtual reality. Because truth be told, since interfaces are changing, user experience is also going to change alongside with it. So don't be scared of being a beginner. Don't be scared of learning these new skills. To be honest, you might not start seeing the benefit until maybe 2 years from now. But by the time these technologies become mainstream, you would have been prepared already. And it makes sense to start preparing now when the threat is a little distance away, not when the reality of it is here. So finally, the last solution I'd like to suggest is that you stand out. I mean this in two ways. First, you can become very, very excellent at what you do. Then the second way to stand out is by gaining visibility. That's basically what I'm doing right now. Create content, share ideas, be vocal about what you do. Be the one who is a reference point when people want to talk about your industry. There's an Igbo proverb that I love, and when translated, it says that you don't look for a black goat at night. So my advice is start now. And I hope this helps on that journey. Peace.